we started like in Shiara's market, and we were getting ready to go down into beneath Shiara's market with Maluth, who is the vampire spawn of High Rider Ikaia, but also a half orc and a like devoted to. I almost said Lathander. It's not Lathander. It's Ilmater.
Ilmater.
Yeah. And we go with him. We continue to ask him questions, and we're trying to figure out like what is this whole vampire deal, really? And he does pass the vibe check of being like a good person who's tried to like help keep High Rider Ikaia on the straight and narrow, but like obviously that was not possible. But they had like debates and clashes about what to do, and especially what High Rider Ikaia was doing when he was being very violent and trying to seize power and just killing a lot of people to do that. But I don't know. In my mind, I wasn't sure how much we could trust him because he did, confirm that he is a spawn and not a true vampire. And I didn't really know, and I was kind of concerned about like how much autonomy and will do spawns have. But later in, and I'm kind of jumping ahead, later in the session, we found like their prison, and they had vampires that were being held in cages because the vampires defied Ikaia. So it does seem that the spawns, and this really helped with his loose credibility. That's what I'm talking about it for me, is that they do seem to have some autonomy, some ability to make their own choices. They're obviously accountable. I think that we heard that they when Ikaia calls on them, they have to come. So they're not free, but they do have some autonomy. I that helped me to believe Maluth. Anyway, anyway, as we're going down, we're kind of exploring, going through the maze. I might be missing things because I was having a lot of trouble with my computer and the dynamic lighting down there. But we make our way to the place where they draw the blood for the feeding, and it is Tamila, Pavel, and Lucy. Oh God, did I forget her name? It's Lucy, right?
Laila.
Lulu.
Wait, oh, Lulu.
Oh, yeah, Lulu.
Who give blood. And Tamila and Pavel both end up exhausted after that, but we give our blood, and then we're able to, I think Vin scores us at an actual like tour of the underground, which we wanted, but didn't really figure out how we were going to do yet. But Vin just went out and asked for it, and we got it. So thank you, Vin. And we got brought to Laila, and Laila did not pass the vibe check.
Nope.
She definitely like she's a spawn. She's loyal to Ikaia, but really the sense that we got from her, from like the brief interaction that she had, is that she has her own plots and plans, and she has things that she wants to do, and that she's a little bit sort of like arrogant. We hear from her that like it's her idea to do this market, and that she kind of I think she said something about like Ikaia is out there on his throne where he's meant to be, lording over the people. And this is the part that she didn't say out loud, but I think she meant was that I am down here really running the show. She said she was politicking, and I think she's very clearly plotting and scheming and is up to no good. And that was kind of affirmed as we continued our tour and met her father, who was in the prison area. His tongue had been cut out, and Pavel was able to get his story by using detect thoughts, casting detect thoughts on him, and he shared a lot of images about Laila growing up, and how he was not really a good father to Laila, which is why Laila ultimately took out his tongue and punished him and is holding him in jail. I think he killed Layla's mother and was beating Layla's mother a lot. But we also got from him that Layla is a pretty was a pretty evil child, like a psychopath, like hurting animals and being mean to people, and that she's really a bad apple. And now that she's grown up, there's some. I mean, this was really with the experience that we had with her, I'm really inclined to believe that she is up to no good. And while she is under Ikaia's thumb or accountable to Ikaia to some extent, we're learning that you know she still has autonomy. She can still do things, and maybe things that Ikaia won't like, maybe things that Ikaia will be okay with. Um, but she's a baddie, right? We all agree she's a baddie. I think we all agree she's a baddie.
Definitely.
We found out that the vampires poop and that they have drilled poop holes in the maze so that they can just poop and it'll fall out of Elturel.
Arguably the most important information we got last session.
Pretty handy.
And then there was there was like a treasure room. I don't really remember anything important being in the treasure room, but it was like their store room. That this is where the food is, and I guess we learned that they probably have a limit to the amount of food that they have, and they're gonna have to go out and secure more at some point. But we made our way back up. We went to see High Rider Ikaia again. Because I think it was, I don't know if I had anything else to say to him. I think I got everything that I needed in the prior session, but Spinch wanted to go and talk to him and to talk to him about becoming a vampire. And we learned a couple of things. Pavel stole the spotlight to make it about him for a moment. I feel bad about that, but I thought it was important to see how he felt about Ikaia expanding his brood with his relationship with the Temple of Shar and their view on that, and he decided he was okay with it, which might not be the right answer, but that's what he came up with. But Spinch continued to talk to him and kind of got a proposition from Ikaia that if came up with a contract where if we can get this contract signed, then Ikaia will make Spinch a full vampire. Not just a spawn, but a full vampire, which was to basically get Ikaia like a dukeship, so some power, a manor, a place that he can, actually be and live and not, be sequestered underground. And, it basically what we got from this was that it was his contract, not Layla's idea. This is his idea, and that it just seems like he's tired and he's fought hard enough and not gotten the result of being the supreme leader. So he is now wanting to negotiate and compromise, and just wants to have some power, some authority, but doesn't need to be in a big, doesn't need to kill anyone anymore to get it, and is willing to compromise there. I think after that we left. I don't think anything else happened. We left Shiara's market. We made our way to Ilmater. We had like a lot of debates about, Spinch becoming a vampire, Pavel becoming a vampire. I think I said that I don't think we should help Ikaia with his contract while Laila is in his brood. And Spinch agreed with that. And then I also sort of put forth this idea that maybe we should be at this point starting to try to make peace with the Hell Riders. And that kind of blew up immediately because when we left to cross back. I forget what the name of the bridge is. They have really cool names. But we tried to cross back to the other side of the city, and we ran into Rhea when we got there, who is now a giant, like literally a large creature, and the most metal-looking devil that we have seen. Um, and we tried to make peace with her, and it seemed like it wasn't going to go well at first, but she did decide to let us pass without killing Tamila and Vin. She like called upon them to come to her side and to be, let her. I think so that she could kill them and they could be, rise as devils serving uh, Zariel. But someone made a good persuasion check. It wasn't me, and we kind of avoided that. We tried to let her know about Gideon, that Gideon's around, and that Gideon would like to see her and where he is, but she might have already left at that point. She was definitely invisible before she left, and she might have actually left before she heard that. So we don't know. But then we made our way all the way back to the High Hall, and Pavel had a conversation with. I knew her name 2 weeks ago. Oh no!
Oh
Um,
yes, the cleric.
Fear,
Oh
Feria
yes.
Jinx, the cleric. Um, sort of just about uh, he posed some like big questions without really like a good plan to get through them, trying to get some advice on the potential that he might become a vampire, because that seems to be something that is within the rewards that Shar gives out to her followers, um about uh uh Eudora, because he had that moment where he was gliding, and he had a moment where he was thinking of her, and he felt like he did something to injure her, but he doesn't really understand what, because that's the whole thing. And he asks about that, but doesn't really go anywhere. And then he asks about what Furia Feria knew about his parents, because she mentioned that the first time that they met, and he just at this point wanted to hear what she had to say. Um, but after that, he loses consciousness, and he has another sort of vision. There's something happening, playing out in his mind, which is that his head is opened up, his brain is pulled out, and pieces of it are rearranged and pulled away. Uh, and it's excruciatingly painful in his mind as this is happening. But he loses any memory of the conversation that he had with Feria, and he understands that Shar is resenting him for not being grateful enough. I think that's where we stopped.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very good. Thank you. Anything anyone else wanted to add? Maybe Spinch, do you want to talk about your conversation about becoming a vampire, choosing not to?
Yeah. Yeah, so Spinch used commune from his new item, which I believe was a crown of some sorts. And he asked Ilmater some questions because he wanted to clarify whether or not turning a vampire is good or bad in Ilmater's eyes. So he kind of used commune to ask 3 questions about that. And he got his answer that Ilmater doesn't believe that being a vampire is bad necessarily, and confirmed that Ikaia is not bad now, but he did bad things in his past, and doing bad things doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. Um, so I think maybe the group needs to talk about, how are we going to separate him from Layla McKinnon, who we definitely get bad vibes off of. Because if if Ikaia isn't necessarily bad, then, maybe their entire objective as vampires isn't bad. It's just Layla's kind of pulling at strings behind the curtains. Um, but I think that's about it for Spinch's moments that he had. Wasn't mentioned yet.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So you see Pavel kind of fall back in deep pain and wake up confusedly after his conversation with Feria. And what would you all like to do?
Pavel! You see Spinch just kind of towering over you. What happened?
I'm okay. I think I'm just tired from before and the stress of being here. I know that I just brought us back here. I think we should go to the temples. We should go straight to the temples.
Why?
Because I need to finish my mission.
Oh, okay.
And it's too early to rest for today, and I don't think we should just be hanging around here. So let's just go to the temples, please.
Yes,
All
okay.
right. Yeah, that's fine. Quicker we do that, I guess the quicker we probably make our way down, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a few things I want to wrap up, but I think tomorrow we can go down.
To the nipples.
Oops, I was on mute. How do you want to approach?
Ooh, great question.
How do we want to approach?
Or yeah.
What was our
path
way
do you wanna
last
take?
time?
Yeah, I think you went
Oh.
down
I think we went
here. This
Yeah,
path
did
here.
we go down here and then up this way-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think we were safe, right? Like we didn't.
I mean, we.
It was
stealthing.
It was it was the normal amount of danger.
Oh yeah, let's just do that again.
All right.
Let's do normal.
I mean, the other thing we could do is Pavel will absolutely suggests the other thing we could do is just go to the top of High Hall again, and we can use Gilded Gliders and go straight to the temples that way.
I mean, yeah, if you want to do that, we can. I don't have any money, so it's on you again.
But... Yeah, no, I didn't have any money before, and people gave me money, so we can do that.
But Pavel, last time you sank like a rock. Are you going to do that again?
No, of course not. I don't know.
Do you need me to teach you?
Maybe that's probably a good idea. I don't know what happened before. It probably won't happen again. But if you have any advice, Spinch, I would love to hear it.
Yes, I was thinking of this really cool idea where if you tie two of them together, maybe I can just stick you on my front.
Can you draw me a picture? I'm having trouble understanding.
Yes, I will draw you a picture. I'm drawing a picture.
Awesome. What's Vin doing while you're talking this out?
I think Vin will, I guess, because I feel like we probably got here and Tamila probably ran off thinking that we had a little bit of time. Vin's gonna go just get Tamila real quick and then gather her up without being weird or cock-blocky, and let her know that we are going to be making our way to the temples via either glider or foot.
Nice. Yes, she will go ahead with you all, seeing as there hasn't been enough time here for Lore to make anything or find anything for her. And similar with Grace, there hasn't been enough time that's passed for Grace to make progress on those requests. So yeah, she is ready. Her and Shadow are ready to go with you. So we'll just wait on Spinch's beautiful picture, which I think
Spinch draws this
Yes,
and
there we go.
very excitedly points at the 2 triangles and says, "See, this is the 2 together, and then look, you are the smaller one and I am the bigger one. And we are together. And you are on my front."
I don't understand. Are you like holding me? Is that your arms like grabbing and holding me? And like how are our gliders like nested
Yes.
together?
Yes.
Yes.
He clearly has not thought about the very small details. He just thinks if you stick 2 things together, it'll work.
Okay.
So this is his idea of it working.
Okay.
He fully believes in this plan.
The picture doesn't help me, the player.
Oh, it shouldn't. No,
Okay,
I drew this exactly like Spinch would.
Can I roll a check at disadvantage because I'm exhausted to try to understand what Spinch is communicating and whether I think it is feasible?
Yes.
Is this just a straight intelligence?
It can be, you could do Arcana or you can do Investigation.
Okay, I will do Arcana.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty good. Spinch has the plan. Pavel does the implementation.
You consider combining your magical energy to make an extra large glider that'll hold the both of you. So like a tandem glider instead of
Got it.
yeah. 2 separate gliders. Yeah.
You know, Spinch, talking to you has given me a great idea.
What is your idea?
It's gonna be all the gliders together in one, just a big tandem glider.
Yes, just like this.
Yep.
Just pointing at the 2 triangles.
I'm gonna head up to the high hall. It'll take me like 5 minutes to get this done because I've got the fast book.
Yep.
So whenever people are ready, I don't think we need the whole hour to get there, but the glider, the big glider will be there.
Okay. 5 minutes goes by without issue. You now have a long glider with really wide wings to catch the air. And Shadow is strapped in with her special harness. And the rest of you hold on. As you glide, go ahead and make acrobatics or athletics checks for your gliding.
Let me mark off a gold piece as well.
Yes.
Athletics. Oh, Spinch terrible.
Oh. It's a group check since you're all in one. Who wants to run Tamila today?
Ooh, I'm gonna claim not it.
I'll run Camilla if you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll share it with you.
No one else wants to. Yeah. You can actually. I have access to Spinch still too. If you want to take Spinch away, that is also okay.
I have access to Vin.
Oh yeah, that actually makes sense though, because you've run Vin a couple of times.
Yeah.
So
everyone, play the character to your left.
Yeah, pretty much.
I appreciate you all stepping up to play these.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough. It's tough, especially when you get to high level characters. There's too much going on.
Yeah. Okay, you should see Tamila now, and I'll fix Finn real quick.
Yep. I see Jamila. I'll roll probably an acrobatics for her. As she loads up here. Okay. Oh, yep. Acrobatics.
Nice. All
I
right.
rolled as Vin, but it would be that 20.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. All right, great. Yeah, overall, you're able to direct it to the temples with no issue and land safely right next to the temple door. No special occurrences happen during your flight, but you do notice there's just a little bit of movement in the streets. Not very much. It's mostly empty on your path.
So, like, nothing stood out to us, unlike last time.
Right. Yeah. Nothing particular
Okay.
stood out to you. Yeah. Just some shadows.
Wow, that was fun. Thank you for making a big glider, Pavel. Just
You're-
like I imagined.
You're welcome, Spinch.
That was so much fun.
Let me remember if I have a map for the temple. I don't know if I don't.
Is
So, yeah.
the door locked up again, or has it been left unlocked?
It has been left unlocked. You see the as you enter the temple, you see the large statue of Shar. And you see just a seer Duskward, who is constantly vigilant on the door. Welcome back, Pavel and friends.
It's good to see you, Justice Sir. How have you been? I feel like I should do small talk. I have a report to give, but how have you been?
Good. However, we have heard some howling.
Oh, howling?
Yes. So far,
Like
it
a-
hasn't approached the temple.
Like a hellhound?
More wolf-like, normal wolf-like.
Oh. Huh. Are you concerned?
I shall deal with it if it enters the temple, but I'd watch yourself on these streets.
Thank you for the heads up. Do you know why? Like when we got here, there were chains on the door. Do you know why there were chains on the door? We didn't really address that last time we were here.
Ah, yes. I believe that was done by the Selûnites.
Were they just being mean?
It has been a war between us for eons.
I mean, fair, reasonable. Well, not fair. I mean, did it happen before or after the fall?
After the fall.
Okay. Huh.
We have no intentions of leaving our temple, but it was useless on their part.
I don't imagine that it stopped you from anything that you wanted to do. I am not. I don't think that I'm very good at being grateful. Just Sar, do you have any tips? Do you have any advice on how to be a more grateful person? I think it's important to grow in that way.
It is important. You should act in ways that befit one of Shar, keeping to shadows.
Did you
to
cut out?
secrets. Oh, did you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
I need to hear this. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, all right. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. But saying, he says, you should act befitting of Shar, keeping to secrets, Perhaps you have been too revealing? You could also...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, did you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that makes sense. I was kind of thinking that any success that I found would be a spite to her enemies, especially if I was really, performative and big about it and people knew who was responsible, but maybe that is not the strategy. Maybe that's not that, I even got her creed, and that is not in her creed, is it?
It is not.
Yep, okay, thank you.
It
You
is
were gonna
more
say
about
something else?
trickery and secrets and acting in darkness.
Okay.
It is being clever and sly that she values. You seem clever.
Well, sometimes. Thank you. I should go see the Night Mother. I have a report to give. Or
Of course.
wait, hold on. Secret trickery? Hold on. No. This is the temple. Game face, pal. I'm tired. I'm very tired today.
You are safe here.
Thank you.
The others, would you please wait outside? You may rest in
Yes.
the temple, but do not follow us.
Okay, Pavel, be safe.
And he leads you to the Night Mother's office, back behind the main temple area. A fairly simple office, dark with really low, dimly lit. And she welcomes you. Hello, Pavel. Come, have a seat.
Thank you. How are you? Do you want to get right down to business, or?
I am well, thank you. How have you been doing?
Tired today. Very tired.
Here, give me your hand.
I hold out my hand.
She places your hand in hers, and you feel a coldness. But the coldness, a shiver runs down your spine, and then you feel energized as if you took a bath in ice water. And she casts Greater Restoration, so you're no longer exhausted.
Oh, thank you. This is. And I kind of shiver and straighten up my back. Oh my gosh, that's a lot better. Thank you.
Of course.
Suppose you would like to hear about Ikaia, yes?
Yes, please go on.
So, I've talked to him quite a bit. I had a chance to go beneath the market. My measure of him. I should have been ready. I should have had these thoughts in order. I had them before. He.
You see, she's very patient.
Yes,
she
thank you.
she has like a tea that she just kind of likes to sip from time to time.
Many years ago, when his rebellion was happening, he was what he described to me about it. He told me about it. He described a passionate and ambitious person. And I think before his turning, he was a passionate and ambitious person, and I think he is still a passionate and ambitious person, but compared to then, he has grown tired, and he wants to do things in a different way. I think he is genuine about not wanting to use chaos and violence to meet his ends. But there is something rotten in his brood. A spawn that he has made since the city fell.
So she puts down her tea and just has this like look of disgust on her face as you speak.
Yeah. Her name is Laila. I think it happened immediately after the city fell. And she is the one who gave him the idea to set up the market and to protect people and feed people and to help people. And she sees herself, I think, as a schemer, plotter, politician working in the shadows beneath him while he is the performative ruler and protector of the market sitting on his throne.
And what are
But
her intentions?
they are not clearly specific, but I believe her to be a sinister presence. I
Interesting.
met her father. I read the thoughts of her father, and her father was eager to show me that she has been a bad person, an evil person as a child, maybe a psychopath. And her own father, who she took his tongue and put him in a cage. He's not a good man. I don't think he's trying to be a good man, but he wants her dead, and he thinks she's a bad person, and I think she's a bad person.
It seems so. What do you suggest we do about it?
Well, there's an image coming to my mind, one that her father gave me. Her being staked and destroyed. But I think Ikaia is fond of her, though he might not be so fond of her if he had you again.
That cannot be with this disgusting creature still alive. We must find a way to separate her. Our agents could take her out, or you could volunteer.
To draw her out of the market is your suggestion.
Yes, we must not tie it to the temple. We must separate her from the group and find a way to
tie it.
get
You
rid
can
of
tie
her.
it to this temple, to your temple.
Yes, another temple could be interesting.
Okay. I will think about that. I have some friends that might be willing to help. You know them. I'm not sure if I'm very good at this religious thing. You ask me what I think should be done. I hear what you think should be done, but all I've had is a conversation and some images put in my mind. I don't know that I am. I have a perspective on justice or right, wrong.
Those are not Shar's tenants. She is not Torm or Helm or Ilmater. You simply must act with intelligence, with foresight. Protect yourself. And your friends or your interests. This is fine. If she has chosen you, then you should not worry about such things. Only have faith in her good decisions.
If we wanted to destroy her,
Laila?
Layla, yes, Layla, yes. If we wanted to destroy Layla, she is a vampire. I've been trying to learn a little bit about them. We would need to control her her coffin, would we not?
Yes. Did you see it?
Well, there was a chamber where all of their coffins were stored. I do not know which is hers. Though there is potentially an ally that would turn on her within Ikaia's brood. Might be able to point it out, help us retrieve it. How would we move a coffin? I suppose. Well, I have floating disc, but I mean we'd have to go in there and definitely be seen. And she is definitely there. We have to draw her out. How do we draw her out? I will have to come up with a plan. Get her out, get her coffin out, get her in her coffin, and destroy her. That's the plan, right? Right. Okay. Thank you. I'm just going on, aren't I?
You see she has just such a stone face, like patience
Yeah.
that she doesn't there's no
Yeah.
malice or anything, and she just listens.
I told my friends that we would probably be leaving tomorrow. I think we have business down below. This will delay that, which is fine. I'm just talking out loud.
Perhaps this source could bring her coffin out for you. Implicate him. Or her.
If we just bring the coffin out, she would have to return to it to sleep, wouldn't she?
Yes.
She would be stuck. I mean, that's an attrition strategy, but then that will get attention, won't it? That will, I guess, everyone will be alerted, but she won't come alone. She might come with Ikaia.
I would not face Ikaia if I were you. You don't seem ready for that.
Don't want to. Well, Ikaia has things that he wants. Perhaps things that he wants more than Laila. Okay. Do you think Ikaia could be turned against her? That would make things simple.
Perhaps. If you let him know that I am displeased with this, perhaps he would remember our love.
Thank you for that permission.
He still has much to re-earn it, though. Much to do. That would go a good way. However you see fit to deal with this.
Yeah, I think picture is coming. Thank you. Night, Mother.
Have you experienced any loss? Are you doing well?
Experienced loss? No, I don't think I have.
Good.
Well, I had a vision. Shar's presence. I don't think that I have pleased her. In fact, I'm quite sure that I have not. To try harder.
I know you are not much for religion, but it doesn't take much to anger Shar. There is a lot that you can also do to earn her favor. She has a strong emotion to her, as we all do. The emotion waxes and wanes. Even I have seen her ire. Do not give up on her.
Thank you. That is very much impossible.
Good. Have you thought much about the gift?
Well, I think I know what it is. It's been my research. After I didn't expect this. I kind of was expecting this conversation, and then I had my experience with her, and then I thought that was not going to. Is it? This is maybe a blasphemous question. This is the thing that I've really sort of. Is it? Would it come from you?
It would come from Shar.
Or yes, but would it come from Shar through you? Would you be the one that turned me? Or is it different?
It is a ritual, unlike what Ikaia did to me. But some similarities.
I think the biggest question that I have, and this may be blasphemous, is whether Shar's vampires are special, virtuous, holy vampires, or if they're just another clan of vampires that hates all other vampires.
The one thing that is different about Shar's vampires is that they do not create spawn. They have no way of doing so, and nor do we approve of it. Only Shar should decide who becomes a vampire or not, as vampires are originally of her creation.
You bring this up. Are you? I guess I wanted to clarify. Is this offer on the table now or in the future?
In the future. I just wanted to make sure that you have discussed it and thought of it.
I have a bit more thinking to do.
Good. It is a serious decision. Well then, bring me news of Layla's status, and we will speak more.
Of course.
You may rest in the temple if you need.
Thank you.
The
I'll
Justice Seer motions for you to leave.
Yeah, I'll sort of stand up and nod to her and turn and leave.
Did either Spinch or Vin wanted to do anything while you were waiting? Like a 15-minute conversation?
I had anything really to do.
Okay.
I think I'd probably just wait, just chill.
You see...
Spinch would
Oh,
like
yeah.
to do something.
Go for it, yeah.
Can Spinch pray, but instead of praying to Ilmater, he would like to pray to Shar.
Absolutely. What are you, are there anything in particular you want to find out or discuss?
Yes. So Spinch is going to ask to Shar, hello, Shar. My name is Spinch. I think I tried talking to you before, but you did not listen, and I am trying again because I would like to know what your intentions are with Pavel. Ilmater says that you are a little twisted and that people should not follow you because you kind of make them do things and you're kind of bad. But I was wondering what plans you had for Pavel because he is my friend and I do not want him to do bad things for you. And I do not want him to be bad, and I want him to be good and safe. And if you are going to be bad, can you please leave him alone instead?
Okay, all right. Because you're in her temple, go ahead and roll religion with advantage.
Oh, interesting. Accurate.
Shar is very mysterious. But you are you saying this aloud? Or are you internally like praying?
He would be saying this out loud. He usually prays out loud unless it's something a bit more G. But this, yeah, he's just speaking out loud.
You'll see one of the priests notices your prayer and approaches and says, just puts a hand on your hand and says, Shar is not one to directly respond, but her motivations are generally not evil. They are pure. I hope that helps.
Oh, it does not. Can I ask follow-up questions? And without a beat, he'll roll into his questions, and I think he'll just ask, like, what do you mean they're pure? I heard from Ilmater that she's twisted, and Ilmater's correct, because Ilmater's the best.
Yeah. They speak almost in riddles. Go ahead and give me an insight check to see if you can understand what they're saying. Okay. You get the general gist of Shar acts in reaction to bad things that have happened to her. Just as if she was like defending herself, like it's self-defense. She's not evil, she's just she was one of the original gods, her and her sister, and as the pantheon grew, her sister fell from her, and all she wanted to do was love her sister and be there with her sister. So there is some jealousy there and some anger, but as far as how for her subjects, all she wants from them is that they help people with loss. They help people using the darkness of night, sometimes holding secrets, and there is many that go to her when they have experienced loss to get a forgiveness for their loss and kind of a relief from it. So this group of her church believes that is what you get. You don't know if that's everything about Shar. You think, Ilmater was probably right, but you think this sect, or this temple, believes she's mostly about alleviating loss.
Gotcha. And I think that he truly believes in this. He's not trying to spin a tale.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good. I think right after this, he'll roll into a prayer to Ilmater and just tell him what he heard and that he still believes Ilmater, but is wondering if there's any truth to what they're saying.
Okay. Yeah. Are you using commune, or you already used that today, didn't you?
No, just a regular,
Okay.
just Spinch talking to Ilmater.
Yeah.
The huge.
Yeah, the huge. Yeah, go ahead and give just a straight religion because you're in another god's church
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. 4.
You're
This all
just-
makes sense.
Yeah, you're just all in your mind right now, kind of confused, and not
Yeah.
really clear in your requests to Ilmater.
That's all Spinch wanted to do.
Awesome. All right, so then Pavel arrives with the Justiciar, and you are all rejoined.
Pavel, are you safe?
Yes, I'm actually much better.
Oh,
Good.
yeah,
Okay.
you do look a little bit better.
Thank you.
Then what is the plan then?
I think we are going down tomorrow, so we just have to
Well,
wait and then rest.
I have more yet that I need to do. Layla, put it back. We need to deal with Layla.
What do you mean, deal with
we need to
Laila?
deal. We?
Okay, no,
I point to the
don't,
group.
You do not need to be involved. I need to find a way to deal with Layla. And by
Why do you need to deal with her?
It has been. I suppose I could turn my back on what has been asked of me. It's been asked of me. That's why I suppose I could turn my back on that. But that I think
The Night
would
Mother
not
asked you
be
to take
a good
care of Laila?
to. Well, yes. Layla needs to
Why?
be destroyed.
She is taken care of by Ikaia.
No, Layla needs to be destroyed. I
Oh,
Well, I mean,
need
why don't we
I think
just?
that's been.
But if we, yeah, you know, Pavel, I don't understand though. If we do the thing with the Alterel and we just get it back to like Sunshine area, I think that will probably take care of the problem too, right?
Well, not necessarily. And she's underground. I think that the Ikaia and his vampires will be able to flee, and their brood will be able to get away. And whatever she's doing, she's plotting something. She's scheming something. And
why don't we tell on her? We can just tell Ikaia.
that I think is part of the plan. So we need
Ooh.
to get
Yay,
him on
I
our
came up with
side. Thank you, Spitch. We need to get him on our side to sort of get drive a wedge between the two of them.
Oh, that is easy.
Oh,
Mm,
do you
Yes.
mean like
I
a literal wedge? I was speaking metaphorically.
Oh, never mind.
Spinch was thinking, step 1, find a wedge. Step 2, put it in between.
I am going to do this.
Then we will help you, because you are a friend.
hang on. Before we agree to the plan, which let me be clear here, is essentially going and vampire hunting. What is the actual plan, other than just tell Ikaia and like hope that he's like, yeah, my
the plan.
the new person that I'm sleeping with, very evil. You're right on the money. I'll take care of that problem myself.
The incentive for that's not the incentive for. Okay, the plan is to get her coffin, to remove it from beneath Shiar's market. Doing so, we'll be able to draw her out, and then we can destroy her. I can destroy her. We can get others to destroy her. If we brought her coffin to Shield Hall.
I don't understand. Why do we have to steal her coffin?
Because she is a vampire. Because when we fight her, she'll be able to retreat back to it and recapitulate herself. The only way to destroy her is to stake her while she is in her coffin.
Okay, but coffins are heavy, and I don't really plan on carrying the coffin. And I'm just estimating here about that is probably not to scale. About 1.5 miles. Also across a bunch of bridges where people want to kill me.
We'll use
just,
my floating
do
disc.
it there.
I will use my. I mean,
We can just break her coffin so she does not recapopate.
I don't know that will work. Doing it there. I feel like that will make
Like
things.
your plan seems to be, let's take it back to Shield Hole and then do it there. Is there a big difference? Do we need it to be in Shield Hall?
It would be better if I were operating as. Gosh, what is a gauntlet? I think is my rank as a gauntlet of the Flaming Fist. Then
There is also Raven Guard in High Hall.
Yep. Oh, that would we could use the lady. The
lady?
You know the warrior trap thing, the one that fought a dragon and then
the
Oh,
thing,
too.
yeah.
now is the protector of High Hall. We could use that. That would be fantastic.
That would be
hang
fun.
on, no. That would be fun. We do have to convince High Hall to let us have the thing protecting it.
Well, we don't know. We just bring her coffin to them.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's closer, I guess. It's all uphill, but yeah, it's closer.
I have floating disc. We just walk.
That's not the part that I'm concerned about. My concern is the bridges that we have to cross every single time we go over to the market. That Tamila and I seem to almost get killed on every single time we go on.
You were allowed to just cross last time.
Okay, hang on. Let's be clear here. Allowed to cross is very different than always allowed to cross. And I don't feel like like crossing with a very powerful bargaining chip is going to pass super well.
Just destroy whatever is in our path. You're a Hell Rider. You're a Hell Rider, Vin. You're sworn to destroy devils.
What if we just go down there and I can ask Maloof to just destroy it?
I don't feel like Maloof's probably gonna do that.
Well, no, I think
we
Maloof
are
will.
best friends.
I think Maloof will help us.
I do too. He is my friend. And I will just explain to him and he will understand.
Okay. So, I'm going to be clear with this before I won't question the plan anymore after this. Our current plan is we're going to go back to High Hall. We're going to sleep for the night
Why
and
can't
go
we just
over in the
sleep here?
morning?
Just
Okay,
sleep
so we're
here.
gonna sleep here.
Yeah.
We're going from here. We're gonna fly over to the market. Our plan is we're going to convince as many vampires as possible that that she is a bad person and needs to die, and then use whatever forces we gather in the convincing of vampires to fight other vampires to take her coffin and bring it back to High Hall.
We're going to use Ikeia's real goals, real interests to turn him to our side, which include the Night Mother and reconciling with the Night Mother, and include this contract that he's drafted up.
If you can do the contract, I think he will like that. He will listen to us more.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
you can destroy the sun, Pavel. Destroy the sun with your magic. Destroy the companion. Can you do that?
That seems like a bad idea. That actually, I'm gonna say this. I've heard a lot of bad ideas just in this conversation. That's the worst one I've heard today.
So I think we're gonna make a deal with Ikeia.
Pavel, you did not answer me. Can you destroy the companion?
I do not know. It's just too far away for me to really be able to try.
But you have the gliders.
Can I
You have the big
offer
gliders.
Can I offer just a small change to this plan?
Of course.
Instead of flying over, doing a very dangerous thing, and our exit plan being running across the bridges that are heavily guarded and then running through the cities with the bargaining chip. What if we got the magic bridge lady to set up the magic bridge like here-ish, and then we just run across it?
I'm perfectly happy with that solution.
I am still confused.
That's better for me.
Would it be better?
Why do we
if
need the
could
coffin?
Would it be better if we could just have the bridge generator with us, and then we can pump it full of spells as needed to cross and wherever we want to?
I mean, you're the magic person. I'll leave that up to you. But I'm guessing the generator probably doesn't come with you as you cross, right?
Well,
it'll have to be on one side. Yeah.
Yeah.
My concern is if you put it on the side, let's say with the angry vampires, and we need to make a quick escape, having realistically, the only person who casts spells, just points at Pavel, stand, and also the squishiest person, stand on the side of the bridge while we run away is probably not a good thing.
Okay.
So,
Spinch, I am deputizing you, and I put a hand on sorry, Vince. Vin, I am deputizing you, and I put a hand on Vin's shoulder. I'm going to trust you with the bridge. Make the bridge work.
Great. I can. Let me say this. I'll make sure that I get across. No problem. Won't be an issue for me. Vin.
As a gauntlet in the Flaming Fist, and if you recall, you were inducted back when we were in Baldur's Gate, which technically makes me, the boss of you because I'm higher ranking. I am giving this assignment to you, and I trust you with all of my being that you will make this work.
Okay, great. Either way, we need to go back to High Hall. I think that's step 1, and then I think step 2 is I need to just get a bunch of wood for things.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, there's houses on the way. We can harvest some wood.
That's a plan.
Wait, I am still confused. We are building a bridge because we are carrying a coffin, but I am confused why we are carrying a coffin if we are going to ask Ikeia to just destroy her.
Well, I don't think we're going to ask Ikeia to destroy her, and I don't think that will be done. We're going to we're going to get him to look the other way while we do what we need to do. If he's willing to, that would be great. But I don't think he will be.
But we will tell him that his contract can be signed, and that is what he wants.
Yep. We'll
And his your night mother, something about that you said. And so if we give
Yep.
him two things he really wants, why do you not think that he will not help us?
Well, I think he will help us, but I think maybe he will. I think we need to be prepared for him to for the best that we get for him to be taking a passive role in not sending his entire brood after us after we take the coffin.
Okay.
You know, what we might be able to do is get him to agree to just send Layla herself to solve the problem on her own.
Okay.
That seems like it's something that he would agree to. It gives him.
And we will get Maluth to help us.
Yes, I think Maluth can help us, because I don't think Maluth and Layla get along, and I think Maluth wants peace for his friend, and Layla is not going to.
Maluth is very peaceful because he follows Ilmater.
And Layla is not going to help Ikaia toward peace.
So we are just going to sleep now, because this is all tomorrow.
Yes.
Sleep and prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what should I do to prepare?
What kind of weapon do you want, Spinch?
What kind of
wood
weapons
weapon
do you
want?
have? Oh.
Well, I'm gonna make it out of wood, so probably sword or something sharpish. Spear.
Something that is going to hurt the person that I use it against.
Great. Okay.
You guys heard about the howling, right?
Can you make it like a pokey glider? That would be very cool. Like I could just throw it and it would just smash into someone.
So yeah, so like a javelin thing. Or a dart.
Sure, just something that flies like a glider.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Cool. Thank you, Vin.
Mm-hmm.
FYI, Spinch is just like hooked on that big glider, and he's just imagining like something very pokey that just like rams into someone.
Like a wood airplane.
Yeah, basically.
Did you guys heard the Justicar about the howling, right? Do you know what that might be? Have you heard any howling? Is that like
I heard howling, huh?
it's a Lunite thing? Because like wolves have
I heard
What?
I heard a little howling when Tamila was making wet sandwiches.
Oh.
Yep.
Can I think about that? Is that
Yeah.
what that is? Is like wolves howling at the moon in saloon?
Religion or history.
Okay.
Or nature. Yeah.
Of those, nature is my best, so I will use nature. Actually, history is also as good. Okay, no.
Yeah, you're unsure. I mean, it's definitely going to be a wolf-like creature.
Yeah. Werewolves, maybe, or just wolves. It would be crazy for there to be both vampires and werewolves in hell. That wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm. It would be a twilight of a new age if that happened.
And weird astral sea creatures.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Speaking of, as Pavel was making his way into the temple, I don't know if he's going to vocalize this, but he was thinking about going down to our gift friend and telling him
The
about
bar.
the opening tear into the Four Realms. But I don't know if he wants to do that anymore because of secrets.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you're all
I do
welcome
want
to
to.
go
Yeah,
to the bar.
I do want to
and
go to
see
the bar
it.
anyway.
Yeah. You hear the sounds of some fighting, like sparring, and some card games and just hanging out. As you descend down to the bar area, you see Shady Sea and the Githyanki here talking.
Hello, how have you been? Just more small talk.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back.
Have you been up to anything? Any secret missions? You probably can't tell me. I should know better than to ask.
Nope.
I believe you.
Good. And your mission?
Evolving.
Is more intel needed?
We know a lot.
Good. How about dinner?
This is a safe place. This is a safe place. I can talk about this. This is the temple. I've been told this is a safe place. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do better. Yeah, we need to destroy a vampire spawn. And we need to do it under the nose of the true vampire. Dinner would be great.
Yeah, they find some really good like long kept food, some cheese and some meat and some bread, and bring it out to all of you, so you'll have a nice meal. And Shady Sea says, "Ah, yes, I've slain some vampires. Of It's a spawn, you say, and you don't want the master to know."
Well, I mean, if we can do it without him knowing, that would be excellent. But I think we might be able to have some pull over Ikaia with, knowing what he wants. I think it might be easier to get him to stay out of it than to keep him from knowing about it.
They have somewhat of an empathetic link. Not quite psychic, but they can feel each other's feelings. So if this person were to die, their master would know that they were dead. But not how.
I think we need to steal her coffin out of their stronghold. Do you think that would be necessary?
If you can slay them in the stronghold, it would be difficult to escape without notice. If you take the coffin away, perhaps disguise as food, since there is food coming and going.
Disguise the coffin as food?
The deliveries,
That's
they
so
make many
smart.
deliveries. I've seen this.
Using the coffins to make deliveries. Am I understanding correctly? That is an incredible idea, Shady C. Wow. But am I understanding right that they put like food in the
I would
coffins and take them
disguise
out?
the coffin with
No,
crates.
yeah, disguise.
Cover it with
Like
acrylic.
minor
Oh.
illusion or something.
Yes. Make it look like a delivery. Normal crates they use. But you have to know which coffin.
Yep. I think we'll need an inside person.
Oh, yes, if you have this, it's very clever.
Problem is, can we... I think we can, but if we don't, it's going to blow up in our face. If we can get them to work with us without Ikaia, without going to tell Ikaia, then we don't need to involve Ikaia with this plan, because this is way better than what I was thinking. But if they...
Do not
if they-
mistake Ikaia for
yeah.
being dumb. He will investigate. You must
Okay,
make
good.
sure there are no loose ends.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's an option to destroy our ally as well. So I think it's best to engage Ikaia and get him to turn away, but to not pay attention, to look the other way.
You will need a good bargaining chip.
He wants a dukeship, and I have some sway with the High Rider. I think I'll need to get him his dukeship, contingent upon destroying Ikaia, and I need it to come through the Flaming Fist, through Baldur's Gate. Why would Baldur's Gate and Ravengard care about Laila? Because I have met Ikaia and I am endorsing him with this caveat.
The High Hall needs food, yes?
The
Ikaia
High
needs
Hall
food.
needs food. That is even better. Like, God, Shady C, thank you.
I am very good at my job, yes?
The best.
If you ever
Best.
need intelligence, you come to us.
Of course. Oh man. Oh, everything's okay. Thank you. I want to continue. I think I have what I need.
Mhm.
I don't know if I need to keep talking to him, but I want to continue talking to him. But I want to also, this is supposed to be the safe place. This is supposed to be here. I want to try a religion check to see if sharing knowledge with, I don't know his name, the Githyanki, our friend,
Mhm.
about Far Realms and the tear, if that is something that would be better I kept to myself.
Okay. Yeah, make a insight or religion.
Okay. I need a high roll. Oh,
No.
got it. I got it.
You think if there is a benefit to you in some way to share this information, then yes, it is okay to share it. So the benefit is personal to your needs. So if you want to get this wizard tower safe, then yes, it would be okay to share it. Plus, followers of Shar, trading of secrets is normal.
Okay.
Though you want to keep some secrets to yourself, this doesn't seem valuable to keep a secret.
Okay. I mean, I want to make the tower safe, but I also want to use the tear as a bargaining chip, as I am thinking of dealing with Zariel.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think I do want to talk to him, and I want to like get his opinions on what can we do to one, like, let it continue to grow, but like repel the nastier things that could come through up until the point that we want to really open a new front in El Terrell and make it much less helpful to Zariel to have the city here in Hell, in Avernus.
Great. Yeah. He would give you very combat focused advice. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check to see how much advice you get.
Okay, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Very good.
Two
Yeah,
highlights.
so he gives you some advice on how to protect the tear. And some advice on how to make it more stable or unstable, should you choose. And he says essentially you should keep sentries by it at all times, though, because the astral sea is very chaotic, and really anything could come through. It's part of the Githyanki's job is to keep things in the astral sea, but if it were to grow too large, you might see like world-ending creatures come through. So he does not recommend that until at least the temple is out of hell.
I'd like to ask him, does he have any interest in going to the tower, going to the
Yeah, he would
tear?
definitely defend the tear, and as if in exchange, he requests that you make it large enough for him to get through, so he can go home.
That will take some studying. Well, I mean, he can help me with that as well.
Yeah.
He knows how to do that. When does he want to go home?
Right before El Terrell goes back.
Okay. Yeah. I fist bump.
Yeah. All right. It's a deal. So you tell him where it is, and in the next morning he'll head out to go protect the tower.
I'll let him know that I'm planning to head there as well with Grace to take control. But if he goes in there and he can, clear out anything that's gotten inside, that'll make that an easier thing to do.
Yeah, during your conversation with him, you can tell he's very military. He's a strong fighter. He should be able to hold himself against any creatures his size or smaller.
Okay, fantastic.
So you all do a long rest. So go ahead. You are in a safe zone. So.
Oh gosh, I have so many things.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I would like to cast Sending to Eleonora. I think I wrote this down, but I lost it over the period. So give me a second here. I have 2 sendings to cast, and I think I'm going to send them both to her.
Okay.
No, I have 3. Oh my gosh, because I have the Pearl of Power, and I haven't used it. Haha.
There you go. You can plan those out. Let's take a 10-minute break here while you write down what you want to send.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys back at 21.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Okay. Anything anyone else wants to do during the long rest while Pavel finishes up their sending prep?
I have a question. I don't, and maybe this is probably closer to out of character, just because I wanted to be sure before Vin makes too many stakes. Am I confusing like my like quote unquote real world knowledge of vampires differently? Like, do I know in some? I know that they have to get staked. I know that that's
Yeah.
how they have to die. Do I know that like? Oh, you have to fight them with stakes or anything like that. Like it just
Oh,
it
like
doesn't
how
have
to
to be staked. It
like
just
bring down their health.
yes,
Yeah. Give
yeah.
me Arcana or Nature.
Oh boy, both are just so good for Vin. Uh,
I know it's not. Vin is very
yeah. Oh,
intuitive.
big
Yeah.
choice. Both are 0, so I guess we'll just do Arcana.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I say that.
Nice. Okay.
I say that.
Yeah. I will send you or put it in the chat. So these are their resistances. And then they also are, sunlight. They take damage. And because you got a nat 20, you know that they also have a regeneration. So if they don't take sunlight or radiant energy or holy water, they will heal each round.
Okay. Well, then I probably won't do too much with my long rest here. Just because now I know that I do not need to make a bunch of steaks. I can
Okay.
confidently just make
the
one steak and
yes,
we'll be
one
okay.
steak is good. Yes. But if you don't back up steaks, that's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll make.
Yeah.
I'll say that Vin spends part of the kind of time down here, just taking some basically just scrap pieces of wood from some exploded houses, and just sharpening them up real nice. And actually, you know what? I'll make 4, and I'll give 1 to everybody, so everyone
Okay.
has a steak at the end of this.
Give me either a stealth or a perception check for your venturing out.
Okay. Perception.
Okay.
22.
You do notice far away, you hear the sound of a four-legged animal, and you do hear the sound of several of them traveling through the streets nearby. But you're able to avoid them by keeping a good distance while you get your steaks.
Okay. Do I I know we're on this kind of map right now, but do I recognize what part of the city they're in? Does it sound like it's coming, they're going closer towards High Hall? Are they going just around the area that we're in?
Yeah, they seem to be making a loop around this area. So this whole big area that you're in, they seem to be kind of patrolling it like a pack.
All right. Yeah, I'll let the others know and just be like, "Yep, yeah, those are I don't know if they're wolves or not, but they're definitely four-legged creatures like that." So
Sorry, am I cutting out? What did you learn about the steak that it just needs to be put in at the end?
yes, that's why. So
Okay.
I am only making 4 steaks, 1 for each of us, as a finishing blow, not wooden weapons.
Gotcha. Spinch will ask for another if Vin doesn't mind. Spinch is afraid that he'll break one.
Yeah, that's fine. Vin will make 5.
Cool. And I think for Spinch, what he would like to do before the long rest is he's going to use ceremony. And I'll pop it in here. He's going to use blessed water.
Nice.
And he'd like to add up some holy water based on the information. I'm assuming Vin shared the knowledge about fires, right?
Vin, did you share?
Vin would have shared all of that,
cool.
which I think we knew most of that as well.
Yeah, I put it. I
yes,
put some of that as a reminder, but yeah, that's pretty much everything battle-wise that is important to know.
Okay. Yeah, so knowing that Spinch would do ceremony, the remainder of spell slots he has 3. And then he'll.
You have enough powdered silver too. We don't need to go and find that at all.
Powders. Oh,
yeah.
I did not read that. No, I
I've
don't
got
think I do.
I've got 100 silver. Do you want to pulverize it?
Oh, could we do that, Dan?
Yeah, I'd say using an hour of your downtime to properly powder it.
Yeah.
I'll get you
I
a
will
hammer.
Spinch is strong enough. Yeah.
Yeah. He will just sit on it.
You just got. Oh my gosh.
He just like puts it in his mouth and starts chewing.
Oh,
How much silver do you want?
Um,
I'll give you all of my
25
silver.
gold per vial.
108 silver
Yeah, so-
I'm giving to you.
so I only have 3.
I think Tamila had some vials, or there's some in the bag of holding.
Oh, I
Yeah.
also have. I have 70. I have 70 silver. It's just
Cool.
Okay. Did you?
So wait, how?
I'm just checking. Did you take my 108?
No, no.
I will put it
Finch
back on my sheet.
only needs. Let's see. He has 70, so he just needs 5 from you.
Okay, I give him 108.
Perfect. Okay. And Finch will take the time necessary to pulverize and then do the ceremony.
Great.
3
Yeah.
times.
I have one last question that I want to pose to Shady C as if we can rewind to that conversation. Just about the whole plan of bringing her coffin out. Is that will that like draw her out? Will she be able to like hone in on that, or could she be transported to it after a while?
Let me roll something
Yeah.
for Shady C to see what he knows. He says he's not sure about that part. As far as he knows that to do the final blow, she needs to be unconscious in the coffin.
Maybe. I mean, it would be absolutely crazy and unadvised to try to convince Ikaia to. Well, not just to try to actually convince Ikaia to send Laila with us as part of the escort for the food that we're bringing to High Hall in this plan.
No, he always sends one of his spawn on these missions because it's Dangerous City, and he wants to make sure the food gets delivered. So there's always at least one spawn in the patrol with the food.
So if we get Maluth so instead of just having Maluth, which is I think what we would want, what we're planning, if we get Maluth and Laila.
Yeah.
So that way we
If
have
Maluth,
her. Yeah.
If Maluth is totally on our side.
Okay. I'm asking Shady C if he thinks that's a bad idea or if it would be better to just get her coffin out and wait for her to come to it.
He says the deception would be faster for you.
And we do need to leave the city. Okay. Yes, we will try that.
There you go.
Plan is evolved. I can keep going.
Yeah. Do you want to do your set
Okay.
names?
Yeah. So I am going to, and you can probably hear my dog.
Yes. He sounds excited.
Yeah, I think he's getting his dinner.
Nice.
So I am going to go ahead and sort of sit down and pull up my book, and I'm going to cast sending to Eleonora,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to say, "Hello, Eleonora. How is your family? Is Hearsome conducting himself as a respectable guest of the estate? Have the Sinclairs resumed their role as hunters?"
Awesome. She will respond. I think she's limited in her word count too, right?
Yep, 25.
All right, so she'll keep it brief. Family is bonding. Fearsome is bringing the Feywild into the estate. I love the wine farm. The children love hunting. What did you requested an animal, right?
Yeah, I wanted the daughters to make friends with a blink dog.
The blink dog was located.
Do I get the sense that she's annoyed that I asked for that to happen? It seemed a
No,
little. I mean, it's short because she.
I was
needs to
thinking
be.
about the words,
Yeah.
but her emotion actually seems more vibrant than you remember her. And she really does seem to love the wine farm. Like, her calling is farming.
Oh.
And she does seem a little concerned about the Feywild coming into the estate.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to follow up on that at some point. I don't know what that means. But I have another question for her that is a little bit more pressing to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast again. I'm gonna cast to her again.
Mm-hmm.
You have a perspective that I value. Could you please describe your experience with undeath? Whatever about that state was most impactful. You may refuse.
The most impactful part of that state was morally being forced to eat our workers and visitors, and the family turning on each other based on our changes.
She got to based on.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's her. She's not a wizard.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. That is helpful for me. I'm gonna pull up my Pearl of Power. I have one more, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna get a third level spell block and spell back, and I'm going to cast to Spirit of Knowledge.
Okay. Lovely.
Friend, I would like to find a Bernomain's spell book. Could you tell me where it is and what you would want in exchange for that knowledge?
Wait, what type of spellbook?
Bernomain's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wizard
Okay.
tower. Yep. In exchange, bring Tamila to Tiamat.
What?
Wow! Okay, that was worth it, even if I don't get the spell book. Holy shit. Okay, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, fair. Fair. Good. I am out of sendings. Last thing I want to do during this rest is I want to think back. I think I mentioned that I wanted to do this, or I think I actually did this last session. I just want to think back to the laws that I agreed to follow in the Feywild and whether or not being a vampire would break those laws.
Ah, very good. Since this is very material, do like an investigation check.
Okay. 10.
You think there were undead there already, and that was okay.
It was okay for the Sinclairs to be undead there?
Yes.
Okay. So do I think that they got in trouble because they were like inviting people into their home and then eating them?
You think that they got in trouble because they were playing both sides of politics, both Mab and Titania.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the greater thing then.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so with my 10, and I don't know that I rolled I got a 3. I don't think that it's a problem. Good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. That is it for me.
All right. Everyone can mark a long rest on your sheets. And you have your steaks and you have your holy water. And
Sorry.
go ahead.
I am 2 hours away from finishing a potion of healing. Can I do that this long rest?
What else did you do? You just did the sendings
I
and the conversation.
did this, yeah, and the
Yeah.
sendings would have been before because I'm casting a spell, and so just the thinking about
Yeah,
the
you sit
Feywild
next to
mods.
Spinch as he's pulverizing silver
Yeah.
in his mouth.
In his mouth? I missed that.
Crunch, crunch.
Amazing.
Yep.
I feel like he's doing double time where he's crushing with his hands, but he was thinking, this isn't fast enough, and so he puts them in his mouth.
Sounds a little bit like tinfoil crunching in his mouth.
Amazing. Okay.
Yep.
I assume that I have the vial for that. I don't think it's on my character sheet, but I'm sure I've got one.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, cool. Now mark the long rest. There is no real day or night here, but you feel well rested. It's been what you feel like close to 24 hours. So, what would you like to go do? I can put you back on the map so you can see where you're at.
I know that Finch gave food to High Hall for free using his Mephisto fillets, but we can add that to the bargaining chip if we need to. Like, Spinch would never say, oh, I'm going to withhold this food from you, but...
I don't think that helps because I think our deal is we're going to go to High Hall. We're going to try to convince Raven Guard to amend this contract that Ikaia gave us with some conditions that involve bringing food. So if we're adding food to what they're bringing, like maybe that helps, but it also kind of makes it make a little bit less sense, I think. Right? If we're providing the food, then why do we need to get the food from Shiera's market? But I think so that's part of it, and then the other part of it is, and why do we need the food to disguise the coffin, right? The other part of it is, I think we need to let Ikaia know that we're going to destroy Laila, and make that a part of the conditions for getting getting what he wants in Baldur's Gate, and getting Raven Guard to agree to that, is that Laila cannot be brought into the politics, and we'll take care of it. Just look the other way.
Yeah, this would just be to sweeten the deal. Raven Guard for like more food.
Yeah. I thought you were giving it to Ikaia. You want to give it to Raven Guard. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, just like as an extra.
Yeah.
Because he's taking a bit of a risk with trusting Ikaia, even though it is in his benefit to get rid of Laila. by signing the contract to get Ikaia on board, but I feel like he might still be a little resistant. So, like I said, it's not a lot. It's just adding a little bit. But Spinch would never. This is me as a player. Spinch would never say, "I'm gonna withhold from you guys," and add it as a bargaining chip. But for the other players who may think more along those lines, yeah, I'm on board with the plan. I think it really just depends on how Ikaia responds and how Ravenguard respond. But I think it's like a catch-22 kind of thing, where we tell the other party what's gonna happen as the ideal, and if they both agree upon it, then that's the deal.
Spinch, if we make the deal about the dukeship to be, doing this to get rid of Laila, do you think that? I'm sorry, I don't want to like you wanted to be a vampire. I don't want to take away that option for you.
Oh no, it's
That'll
okay.
get in the way. 'Cause we're using it for this
I
instead of
think the
that.
group said that you guys did not want me to be a vampire, so I will not be a vampire. I only wanted to be one because I thought it would be good for the group, because it would make me stronger to help protect you guys better, because sometimes I feel like I do not do a good job.
There's more than one way to become a vampire. I'm gonna tread carefully here. I don't know, maybe we can find a way.
Okay. Can you use your magic to make me stronger? Like a vampire?
Maybe? I don't
Okay, but
Well,
focus on
do I have any-
destroying the companion first, and then you can make me a vampire.
maybe if we, by the way, well, I guess I should probably wait until Tabilla is here, but I
Oh,
would
yeah,
want
that big
to
bombshell.
yeah. Gosh. Oh, we took a lot of
Alliteration.
I need to make sure that I have the right spells
Mela to
prepared that I
Tiamat,
want.
Mela
Oh
to
my
Tiamat.
gosh. I want that one.
So if we've all woken up here at the temples, our first step is probably best to go to High Hall and get Ravengard on our side. Like
Yeah.
lay out all of the details to him, because he's like 100% an ally. And then
Yeah,
we
I
make our
think
way to
we're-
Shiar's.
Yeah, we're going to High
Well,
Hall.
Yeah.
along with that, when we're at High Hall, we need to talk to and I forget her name, the
Area?
lady who can do the magic bridge.
Oh. Oh,
see
she's
if
not
she-
in High Hall, is she?
No, she was in High Hall. She went to High Hall with us.
Oh, okay.
It was Altatron, I think. I remember it was a cool name. Hang on. Oh, I never got the art for her. That's why. So I'll grab her art. But yeah, the bridge lady.
Yeah, bridge lady.
Mm-hmm.
The Tinkerer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had a name?
Yep.
What was her name?
She definitely had a name.
Her name is Altatron. I'll put it in chat. And I'll
All right, thank you. I just had her as Tinkerer. Thank you.
Spinch, I'm sorry. I do not have any way to make you strong like a vampire, but
Oh, it is okay.
I will work on that.
Yes, but only work
will
on
work
this
on that.
after destroying the companion. It's a big one.
Okay.
I think you need to save your energy.
Okay.
So, are we all ready to head to Howell, I guess.
Yeah, which path do you
Yes.
want to take? Go south.
The most direct path.
Most direct. Okay. And are
Maybe
you
the way we-
stealthing?
Yes.
Yes.
Ready, roll that group stealth check, please.
Yeah. Bloop. By the way, did Vin talk about the pack of animals he heard?
Yeah, I did say that. I did mention that. I
Okay.
didn't say specifically that it was wolves, but I did mention what I heard, which was like weird four-legged beast.
Yeah. Can Tamila ask Shadow to see if, maybe not ask in the formal sense of casting anything, but like see if Shadow can pick up any type of scent or distinguishing, right? Because Shadow's like
Does have a once
feline.
forte speak with animals that she can actually speak to Shadow.
I don't know if she wants to use it.
Yeah.
She might want to use it
Mhm.
when we're panicking and she doesn't forget when things go wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, don't use it for that yet.
Okay. All right.
I was just curious on what that might be.
Right. Yeah. You
Okay.
could try a survival check with Tamila to see if she can find paw prints or something that determines. Kind
Yeah,
of
she's
animals.
very rangery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Spinch will help her.
There you go. So survival with advantage.
With advantage. 24.
Nice.
Sorry, I keep rolling as Vin. Switch over.
She is able to tell that these are clearly wolf tracks. And there are approximately 5 of them. And they turn into human tracks at some point.
Cool.
My gosh, is Saloon versus Shar literally werewolves versus vampires?
I hadn't mentioned that's awesome.
Maybe. But your stealth is really good. So you don't run into these creatures at all. And you make it there very quickly as you're getting used to the city and all the best ways to hide and sneak through. And you arrive at the High Hall.
Great,
How do
Pavel, you
wanna-
got this.
Yep.
Yep. So I will approach Raven Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Duke.
Hello, Gauntlet.
I feel like I should be making small talk of, I'm here for something, but how have you been?
Not well. Less and less, finding less and less survivors and less supplies.
Well, have I got the deal for you?
Mm-hmm. Didn't know you were a traitor.
No, it's not that. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit nervous. I have a proposition, and I will stake my. I was going to say reputation.
Finch
That's not
giggles
what I
when he
mean.
says steak.
You know about High Rider Ikaia.
Yes, you reported that he lives in Shiar's Market.
He lives in Shiara's Market, and he has reportedly turned over a new leaf, and I am inclined to believe that that is the truth, that his days of violence are behind him. I believe that he can be an asset to you, your supplies, here in El Terrell. And I think that when we get the city back to where it belongs, he can be an asset to you in Baldur's Gate. And that bringing him into your fold or the fold or whatever fold will help to protect people.
It
He
would be good to have
has
allies, and you're sure that he is not feeding on the innocent?
he is only taking volunteers. I am sure. I went into his I was invited into his stronghold beneath Shiar's work, and I saw what he is doing to his brood that did not follow that command to only accept voluntary donations. They're being held in starve.
Interesting. And what does he want in exchange?
Well, I don't think it's just what he wants. I think it's what we get from him. What you get from him, what Baldur's Gate can get from him, is a new Duke.
Oh, we have had some
I
shady dukes.
don't think he would be the worst. Certainly better than Van Temper. But there is a problem. There is one in his brood that if he brought her with him to Baldur's Gate and into his estate, that she could be a problem in time, scheming and plotting and doing all manner of sinister things. So I would like you to read and understand and accept this contract that he's given to us with some terms added to it that include the destruction of Laila, this sinister spawn.
I could be amenable to that. We should add some terms that help these people and ensure that he
Yes.
does not fall back to murder. And he will lose all dukeship if he is found to be murdering any innocents.
I would be happy to spend however much time is needed to go over this contract with you and to make it what you need it to be.
Hey, give me a legal roll. What would that be? We'll do investigation for trying to make it iron tight and make sure that
Yeah, I feel it's intelligence.
yeah.
I need to find my character sheet. It's hiding underneath. We'll do Raven Guard. Okay, here we go. And gosh, I got nothing. Can I get some help? Can I get Wolbear to come over it?
Yeah, persuade
Or
Wolbear to help.
Faria? Or Faria?
Yeah.
Spinch. We might
Spinch
need.
can
Well,
try
no,
and help.
we might. No, we might need your. We might need your special thing for Ikaia.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing persuasion.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely for
Yeah,
sure
yeah, yeah.
saving that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I think I want to get help from Feria because she is wise, and that
Okay.
is probably going to. I've got the. I hopefully I have the what Wilbert can contribute. I can also contribute. Hopefully, so
Mhm.
maybe she can contribute more. So I'm going to persuade her.
Okay. She is just really concerned about your well-being and is just like, should you be focusing on this right now? I think you should be resting, you know?
I feel so much better, Feria. I'm
And
feeling
you just
great.
see her just like constantly like bothering you while you're trying to focus on this
Okay.
contract and like bringing you like food and snacks and like a blanket and like
Wait, do I have disadvantage now?
Yes,
No,
yeah.
no, I do.
You can't concentrate as she's constantly like worrying about you and
Well, that's actually okay. I don't
Okay.
need it to be iron type.
Mhm.
I would like it to be, but as long as Raven Guard signs off on it, I'm okay. And it has destroy Laila.
Mhm. All right. Yeah, you think it's solid. You don't think there are any obvious loopholes here.
Okay.
And yeah, it does include that Layla must be destroyed before El Terrell returns to the material plane.
Okay. That went better than expected. Can I check in with Grace? I have so many things
Yeah.
to do. I'm sorry, am I like hogging?
This is a lot of stuff for your character.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the wizard tower, she has some notes, like an abridged version of the manual, and says that you can build rooms, you can destroy rooms, you can activate defenses, you can activate automations like cleaning and cooking and things like that. So there's a lot of power in that wizard's tower that's all controlled by those orbs and using spell slots to kind of manipulate it, and you can fine tune what the orbs are doing.
So, will she be ready to, when we're done at Shiara's market and with Layla, to go to the tower and assume her rightful position as master of the tower?
Yes, she is so
Okay.
excited. And she says it'll be easier for her to make the ink for you there because there's a lot of magical ingredients.
I imagine so. Excellent.
And you wanted to talk to Alta, who I got the art for. The bridge builder.
That's a perfect match for what I mentioned.
Yep. Same here. Glad I portrayed it well.
Yeah. I guess I'm in charge of this one. I'll walk up to Alta and be like, "Hey, Alta, how's it going? How's the
Hello,
box?"
Vin. Oh, it's going quite well. You know, I think it's really ready for a physical test. Are you ready? Shall we do it now?
I'm so glad you're ready for a physical test. Yeah. So we're not gonna use it to cross over, but we're gonna probably need it on the way back.
See.
So what's gonna be if I guess I'll pull up a map or something like that, or show her a map and be like, so we would like, if we can, somewhere around like this area and kind of, I guess somewhere in the general area close to the market.
I'll need some protection. There's devils about.
Yes. About that. Pavel's working on the protection part. I'm just doing the bridge part. So that's
See, I
handled,
see.
I'm sure.
Yes, the bridge is ready. I can go with you and help.
You'll just stay on that side, and then I guess we'll send a signal or something. I don't know. Pavel seems to be the magic guy. We'll have Pavel figure that out. This is really, this is just my element of the plan, luckily. So, bridge is ready to go. Good to go.
You
Give me
can
some
get me
thumbs up.
someone to protect me, then I will be there.
Great. I will then go to, I guess, Spinch. I think Spinch is probably the most likely person.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, hey, Spinch. Um,
Hello,
you know how
Vin.
you have that? You know how you have that like strong friend who's here?
Yes, Hilda? What about her?
Yeah. Yeah. Hilda. Yeah. Yeah. How does she feel about protecting the bridge from devils on that side while we so she can get it all set up and everything?
Oh, she is very brave. I am sure that she would be happy to help us if we just ask her.
Okay. Great. Let's go do that.
Okay.
We'll go. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave that to Spinch, and I'll let Spinch do the talking on that one. But I'll follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do we find Hilda?
She's just hanging out in the main area. She's talking to a couple of knights that are reporting on a patrol. Then you see her turn to see you, Spinch, and just like her eyes light up, and she's like, "My friend Spinch."
My friend Hilda!
It's so good to see you. Do you bring food?
Oh,
Your food is the best.
not. I know, it looks weird, but it is so good. It is not actually mine though. It comes from a magic book that we got from the tower. This is my friend Vin. I think you know him too.
I've
And
seen him
he'll just
around,
kind of
yes.
like
Mhm.
point to Vin. We have a question for you, Hilda, because you are so strong and so brave and such a great friend. Will you help us protect a tinkerer
Mm-hmm.
and a bridge?
Is
That's
this really
invisible.
important?
Yes.
Vin nods.
Make a persuasion with advantage. Pretty low
I'm gonna let
DC.
you do that. I would say.
Ooh,
'Cause
I
I got a
only
+2 to
yeah.
persuasion.
So do I. It's the same, but I'll do it
All right,
anyway.
you got it.
Ooh,
Oh, look at
wow.
that. No.
Didn't even
All
need it.
right. Seems like your plans are going very well. Hilda is very excited. She's like, "Oh, I'll bring my best knights and we'll protect her. There'll be no issues."
Thank you so much, Hilda. You are such a great friend.
It's the least I can do after the news you gave me of my daughter and the food and all the fun we've had.
Oh, that's right, the food. I shall create some more food for everyone today, too.
Oh, you're so wonderful, Spinch. Will you be leaving soon? I heard you're going down.
I do not know. We were going down and then we are still up. So, I do not know. My friends decide things.
And you protect them. It is a good arrangement.
Yes.
Well then, all ready with Alta? When do you need us there? Immediately?
I do not know. My friends will decide that too.
She looks to Vin.
Actually, not even really friends, just Pavel. Whenever Pavel's ready to go, that's when we'll head out.
Okay.
I'm,
She just walks
I'm
with
ready
you
to go
over to
now.
Pavel.
Mhm.
Put Alta down here.
I look over to Vin with like a double thumbs up in the air with a big smile. That turned out great.
Yep. Vin matches that right back and like, I know, right? I got my situation handled really easily.
Yeah.
Pavel's gonna be so impressed. I'm sure Pavel's did a great job convincing Ravengard to do this too. So it's all good.
Yes, and then we only have to do one last thing, and that will happen too.
Yeah, and that's the hard one. And actually, that's the one that's the most dangerous. So
Yes.
that's that. Where'd Jamila go?
Yeah, Tamila
I
went to go
think
hang out
she's
with
making
Loy.
wet sandwiches again.
Yep. They're bonding. And then, yeah, so you go, we'll have, why don't you draw on the map where you want the bridge to be? It'll be exactly where you want it.
I guess if we can, I'm thinking like there-ish.
Okay.
That way we can just kind of go towards the bent helm and know it's right there. Especially
Mhm.
because it is invisible. Knowing where it is a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna put Alta. Okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
This is with regards to holy water and vampires.
Mm-hmm.
If we dunk an arrow into the holy water and Tamila shoots it, is that enough holy water to affect a vampire's ability to like heal itself every turn?
That is so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say because it goes directly into their bloodstream, so yeah, it'll prevent their healing. Mm-hmm.
So in terms of the dunking, like how immediate does that like can we coat it beforehand, like all her arrows beforehand, and then let it dry? And it's
would
like
we be able to take like a vial of it and stick it down in the bottom of her quiver and just put the arrow tips in there?
oh, that's really smart.
That's better. Yeah, I was gonna say it would have to still be wet, so you don't want
Wet,
it to dry
yeah.
out. So that if you
Okay.
did that, that would work because as soon as she pulled it out,
That's
it would
very
still be
cool.
wet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very
Yeah,
cool.
we'll do that.
All right, so just as an FYI for everyone, I have now 7 vials of holy water. I think I'm gonna need to keep at least 2 on my person for a spell and for my own dunking of my weapons, maybe, but maybe not as well. One thing I will note, go ahead.
I was
You
gonna
don't
say I
think
don't
what?
think Vin I don't think is gonna dunk because I don't think Vin has a way of keeping his weapon wet enough.
Yeah, unless
I
it's
Just
think
it,
he's
like
punch
just gonna
sitting
them.
try
out.
to
Just punch them with the vial in your hand and like let it shatter on
Yeah.
their face.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just keep smashing the vial into his face, right? Like
Yep.
that works.
Yeah.
I was planning on doing protection from evil and good on you, Vin, just as an FYI.
Okay.
I know this is like ahead, but I just want to call these things
But it's
out
there.
here in case anyone has other suggestions or ideas. Before we get into the throw of things where things are happening very quickly. So I was thinking of protecting you from undead just because you're going to be on the front lines. And I feel like if anyone were to get the brunt of things, it would probably be you.
Yeah, and out of character as well. I think it would be very, very bad if Vin got like charmed or possessed in this manner, as it
That's
would
what I
make
was
it
thinking.
like
Mm-hmm.
it would be a very bad thing. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely appreciate that. Um,
So I'm going to need
it's
one holy water
not.
to keep
Oh, it is
for this for
concentration.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
Um
Maybe we'll save that obviously because we need to have like a whole hawk before we even make our way down to that level. So
yeah, yeah. One other thing, just so I was thinking about the vampire stuff, I do have radiant damage that I can do. But so then the question is, does Spinch forego his shield to get 2 attacks so that he can do more divine damage? Because it seems like divine is pretty good. Or keep the shield up for Spinch so that he stays to do.
I I would think the hit points would be more important only because if you're concentrating on that
Oh, that's right.
on protection of good and evil,
You're
it's
right.
way more important to get hit less than it would be to hit them more.
You're so
So I
accurate.
can,
I'm
if
glad
you
I.
can concentrate on that, I can just flurry of blows, and I'll hit way more often. I won't do radiant damage, but I'll still do enough damage, hopefully, to get over their recovery. So
Yeah. Nice. And then I can probably just throw water on them.
mhm.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll mention anything else that comes up. Sorry, this was just top of mind as I was looking at vampire. Thanks.
It's good to plan now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are you kiting
But
over
assuming-
or walking?
I think we'll just, I guess,
Do
walk.
we don't need to
We
escort.
want to use the bridge if we can avoid it.
Yeah, do we need to escort the bridge people to where they need to be, or are they
I
fine?
think
to
we can
there
just get on the.
Yeah, they're
We can kite them
strong.
over.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, I was
Hilda
gonna say,
seems
it
very
sounds like we
confident.
have like a decent
We have
number
a
of people
giant-
guarding
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have a
we can
giant
probably just
mass
sail
of
right
soldiers.
over.
hmm
We can, if we have gliding, we can just
Hilda.
glide right over, and then we'll save the bridge for the way back. Also,
Right.
and I'm gonna say this. I'll say this for Tamila, I think. Not that Pavel could absolutely do this as well if Pavel has a way of notifying them across the bridge to start it up. But I'll have Tamila take one of her normal arrows and essentially just make like a makeshift flame arrow kind of thing to act as sort of a notification to start up the bridge.
Okay, like a flare. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like a not quite a flare, probably wouldn't be as bright, but like just
gotcha.
a yeah.
Okay.
Sending would be the best bet if we are in a situation where I still have spell slots and we want to be stealthier than a flare.
Yeah.
And
I think
anything else I could do
realistically-
would not be stealthier than a flare.
Yes. But I think the problem is while sending is nice, it's a 3rd level spell, and
Yep.
I know you
Yeah.
do not have a ton of those, so I don't want you to be like, I need a
lot
3rd
of
level.
those. We've got 4 of those. With
I mean,
with
that's
the
a decent
power.
amount, but
Yeah.
hmm
you know.
Yep. I mean, it's fair. It's fair. And I have a fireball scroll that I've been holding on to since the Sinclair estate.
hmm
That's good.
So we're walking. Go ahead and give me stealth if you would like to stealth, or if you
Well,
just.
I thought we were. Are we?
think we're
walking or are
gliding,
we
right?
gliding
Yeah,
over?
we can glide because the
Oh, you're
whole
gonna
point of
glide?
this is to not go over Torm's Blade, and we don't want to
Yeah.
like set off the
Okay.
bridge too early. We're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna test it.
All
We're
right.
gonna do it live. We're gonna do
Yep.
it
Yep.
live, guys.
Do wait.
Sink or swim.
This is just a question for Vin, because Vin is in charge and I don't want to step on his toes. Do we
For the
know that we have enough spell slots on that side of the bridge to get the bridge all the way over?
That's a great question. That is far too technical for Vin to know the answer.
Okay, well, we're gonna
Vin-
do it live.
Vin knows that the bridge is gonna work, and that he, with his super speed, can probably make it across the bridge.
Yeah. Shadow's pretty quick too.
Yeah, I was about to say. So that's 2 out of 4, and it's the 2 of the 4 that can't cross the other bridge. So there's that.
Mhm.
Delegate thoughtful.
Mhm. Give me groups, athletics, or acrobatics for your glides.
Oh yeah. Athletics for spinach. Oh come on! I'm good at this.
Mark off a
That too.
gold coin as well.
Yes, you get your gold coin.
That
Ugh.
go. What's going on? Where's?
Not great.
Okay.
That would not be an advantage. That
Ooh,
All
not great this
right.
time.
You will veer off course and end up in this area.
Ooh.
And you know that there is only these two paths out of this area because of the lava river. And yeah, that's it. You have to walk
When we
to
were
Shar.
veering, did
Mhm.
we see any obstructions to here?
You know that Shiara's market has its own obstructions that are like gates. But here seems safe. Like it didn't have a large obstruction that you could see.
This this giant crater that we just like slid right up next to and almost fell inside of, but like
Mhm.
scraped on the ground and stopped.
Mhm.
What is that?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Is that like when the earth was torn asunder? That's
Oh, not bad.
a gooey pit.
Nice.
Pavel did a bad job on the acrobatics because he was like, "What's that?"
I guess
Yeah.
that's right.
Spider.
It's like where you look, you end up turning.
Mhm. So this is an area where kind of like the banks of the city are. So it has natural protections here of the land around it. And you notice actually with that perception check, you notice a lot of strange creatures around there. Um, and it seems to be almost fortified, like a fort of some sort.
It's not a hole in the ground; it's a fort.
Mhm.
Wow. Well, that's neat. We have other things to do.
Mental note.
Yep. I don't know if we're gonna come back.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check as you know that you are in very close to a territory of someone else.
Oh, jeez, Tamila, no.
Oh, Tamila!
I mean, there's no such thing as a crit fail on on like an ability check. That's still a
Yeah,
hit.
sure.
That's
Sure,
still
sure,
a
sure,
hit.
sure, 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 sure.
Awesome. All right. So you uh are able to narrowly avoid, but you see in the distance something interesting. It seems to be a very important person that is surrounded by. You remember those guys that wanted cheese? That was very excited to have cheese.
Oh, yeah.
It's surrounded by those guys.
Ooh.
And let me see if I can have her picture. I'm pretty sure I made one.
Tell Gideon about the fort.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go take care of it.
There. Okay. Did I not put her picture in? I did not. Okay, sorry. Need to make the handout real quick. I have it in my notes, but not in roll 20.
While we're waiting, do you guys think I should use ceremony to do more holy water, or like I think I could do 2 more ceremonies for more holy water, or I could do a casting of this twice.
As you said, a casting of this, the handout came up, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, I was about to say, both that would be concentration as well.
Oh,
right?
so I can't do it. Never mind.
Yeah.
My
I just
Because I'm gonna be doing. I really want to do protection, evil and good on Ben.
my opinion is that the way that this is going to go is we're going to go see High Rider Ikaia, and either we're going to get him on our side, in which case there's not really going to be a fight until we're fighting Layla, and that's really the only fight.
Mhm.
Or we're not going to get him on our side, and we're going to have to bail, and we're not trying to fight at that point. I don't think we're
We're just
spending
running.
all of our I don't think we're spending all of our
Oh,
stuff
okay.
on like blocking their regeneration. We just want to get the hell out of Dodge.
I have a good feeling that we're gonna get him on our side, and I do think that we have a chance to strike Layla.
I mean, Shady C is so smart.
Oh, wait.
Okay, so we're
Do you have minor illusion, Pavel?
No, I do not.
Does-
We are needing to cover the coffin in food.
Like physical,
Yeah,
like actual food. Okay.
Yeah. If there was a world in which I could get more ink, I could get silent image, but I don't know that that's something that I could actually like move through the city and that would work. I think I need major image, which is not available, and
Yeah.
that only lasts for like 10 minutes at a time. I think at most, maybe 1 minute at a time. We need actual food.
Okay. I see we have a picture that looks frightening.
You see a patrol of heavily armored. Actually, I believe you recognized this demons before, along with this creature, which they seem to be surrounding and protecting. Though she doesn't appear to need protection.
Here. My.
interesting.
I love
They're going
how
in the
you can
opposite
just
direction towards that fort that you saw.
opposite direction, so they're leaving the fort.
No, they're approaching.
They're
the
heading
fort.
to the fort.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you are leaving the area.
I love how with just the art you can tell tell that something is a fiend and then know whether it's a demon or a devil. Like it's such good art direction.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Well, you'd have to know that demons are typically beast-like or insect-like, or yeah.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm missing like.
Yeah, that's
I
some
think you
meta
guys
knowledge.
are way more. Yeah. You guys know
Yeah.
way more.
I just have looked at I've just looked at them.
But you arrive at Shiara's market without giving them a wide berth and make it safely.
Pavel, it's up to you.
I mean, Spinch, if you want to sort of get involved and be ready to do your super good ill matter thing that you can do.
Oh, yes, I will prepare myself. But first, don't we want to talk to Maluth before we talk to Ikaia?
Probably, yeah. So that we can just get everything. Well,
and maybe he can help us convince Ikaia.
I'm a little bit worried that if we go behind Ikaia's back first and then go to Ikaia, that will self-sabotage us. I think we go to Ikaia first, and then we try to get him to let us talk to Maluth before he has he gets Layla to join us in traveling to High Hall.
What if we ask Maluth to join us in our conversation with Ikaia? So that Ikaia hears it first, but Maluth also hears it.
That Maluth and Ikaia hear it at the same time. I'm fine with that.
And then Maluth can help convince Ikaia, because I think he will be on our side because he is a good friend. And he is
I
an
think-
Illmatter follower.
I think he wants peace for Ikaia, and I think he wants. I think he
Yes.
doesn't like Layla, and I think he recognizes that Layla is bad for Ikaia.
Okay, I will find Maluth. Maluth! And Finch will go
Yeah.
around looking.
You can either use persuasion to ask around, or survival, or investigation.
Oh, let's do survival.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm feeling terribly this session.
It takes you about a half hour before Maluth finds you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm
but
just
yeah.
shouting his name and
Yeah.
I'm just going in circles.
Spinch. I just got back from a patrol. How are you?
Oh, that is why I could not find you. I have been searching. I have been shouting your name. Can you come join me with me and my friends? And we want to have a talk. And are you good? Are you well?
And he'll just kind of like converse with Maluth as they
Yeah.
walk towards the group again.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll just say, his patrol went well. They were able to kill a devil, but they did see some demons hanging around the pair of black antlers that they're, he says, to stay clear of.
Oh, Spinch will tell them about the crazy snake lady that they saw.
Oh,
Close
yes.
by to Shar's
He'll
market.
say, yes, they've been leaving us alone, but they've been killing devils, so we've been leaving them alone as well.
Interesting. Yeah, Spinch will just, have a nice, normal, friendly conversation with Maluth till
Yeah.
they reach the group.
Yeah, you see Maluth and Spinch approach you all, and Maluth says, so you
Hey,
all
guys.
wish to visit Ikaia?
Indeed.
And can you join us? You probably have to report back to him, right? Anyway, so.
That's true. Sure. Let's skip the line. And
Yay!
I want to high five Maluth.
yeah. He gives you a high five. And go ahead and give me a con save. Or a strength save.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm
so
gonna get
great,
knocked
probably, for
over.
Pavel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pavel.
yeah,
Yay!
Pavel holds his own. It's a really solid clap sound. And it stings a little bit, but nothing. Yeah.
My feet like dig into my heels dig into the dirt, and I slide back. But I stay up.
You see he gives you like a sly smile and a little like nod of approval. And takes you up the stairs past the line straight to Ikaia. And he reports on his patrol. Same thing he said to Spinch, he saw some demons around the pair of black antlers, but he was able to save a survivor and bring them back. And Ikaia thanks him for his work and tells him to get some rest and asks, so what of you all? You're back so soon.
Yes, and what lovely weather it is today in hell. No acid rain, no. Ikea, today I have some good news, some exciting news. I come as an envoy from Duke Ulster Ravengard, and I'm
Of
kind
Baldur's
of
Gate?
excited of Baldur's Gate. I come as a gauntlet in the Flaming Fist, and I have an offer for you, and I go to take out the contract. I spoke to the Duke on your behalf, and the truth is that Baldur's Gate is in need of leadership, and I have come to believe that you are the right person for the job. And so I have convinced Ravengard that this is a good idea, and he is eager for an ally. And so if you review this contract, it is what you asked for, with some terms. He would like supplies to be delivered to High Hall, but there is another item concerning Laila. And I'm just going to pause there for a moment, and I want to see how he's taking this so far.
He seemed comfortable with the food situation. He knows that is his bargaining chip, so he was sure that was going to be included. But when you mention Layla as a parameter, he seems a little concerned. And he looks to the line and looks back to you and says, "Perhaps we should speak elsewhere."
Indeed.
Follow me. And he takes you underneath. And he takes you down here. He tells Layla that he has business to conduct and that he would like for her to take the chair upstairs for a bit, which she seems glad for. And, you know, she seems to, like, test the waters of if he wants, like, a kiss or something right now, and he seems really stern, so she pouts a bit and then leaves, and goes upstairs. He also asks the other followers to leave the room. So he is up in the chair up here. Let's see if I can bring everyone up.
I feel like Tamila in this situation might insight their dynamic, like the tone of kind of and the mannerisms of how they went about addressing each other and reacting to each other.
Yeah, you can.
Could she do that?
Ben, can you roll an insight for Tamila?
Yeah, I will absolutely do that for Tamila.
Spinch definitely wouldn't, but I feel like Tamila might.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, I
she's
agree.
been
I
into
do agree with that.
interactions. Yeah.
Insight.
Wow.
Ooh.
Roll.
You see, she has to do what Ikaia tells her to do, but she's also happy to go up to the chair because she likes being seen as the person in charge as well. But she was very curious as to what this business could be, and was a little worried when he didn't accept the kiss. His opinion was this is probably going to be bad news. He's very focused on this business deal, and he has no time for her.
So it's not like she has any type of power over him, where there was some hesitancy on his part. Like he was definitely calling the shots.
Yes, absolutely.
At least that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, the item. I've met Layla, I've had my scope of her, and I have met her father. And I have heard from him. And as a gauntlet of the Flaming Fist, I believe that it would be a betrayal of the city to allow her to have a position within your brood while you are coming into power and governance within Baldur's Gate.
So what is the ask? To cast her out?
For her to be destroyed.
That would weaken us here. Spinch, did you still consider being a spawn?
I did consider it, and I do not think I can destroy the companion. And we have already brought you the contract. So if I were to become a spawn, I think I would have fulfilled the thing to let me not be a spawn, right?
And he kind of looks to Pavel because he's not sure of his own logic.
Pavel is sort of like very focused on this moment, and he's got his last card to play, and he's he just wants to see what Ikaia thinks of that, of what Spinch offered. Before he plays his last card, he's Pavel does not think it's a good idea for Spinch to become a spawn to replace Laila as we're trying to lead the city.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't have an opportunity to say anything about that.
Yeah.
Ikaia says, if this contract is truly what I desired, then yes, you could become a vampire. I'd have made a deal with you. But the loss of Laila was unexpected. Have you anything else to exchange for that?
I have also been to see the Night Mother. And she was not pleased to have heard of Laila.
Was she jealous?
There is much to do, much work to be done to win her favor. But this would be a start.
Babe's own mouth.
Mm-hmm. Would she be opposed to me turning another?
You know the answer to that. You hold any...
A shame. It's tough taking care of
Mr.
all these
Ikaia?
people. Yes.
You would lose Layla, but you would gain so much more by being a duke. I mean, we see Duke Ravengard, and he has so much power, and he has so many cool people around him. And if you were like him, like a duke, then you would be like that too. And I don't think you would miss Layla.
Does he have men? Soldiers?
Yes. And you have your vampire people, just like Maluth. Maluth is super strong. He's so much stronger than Layla. You don't need Layla.
If we share duties in patrols, I will be amenable to this.
Reasonable.
I think Ravengard will agree. He is looking for an alliance. I think he will agree.
For Laila, how do you mean to destroy her?
For Laila, what we ask is for her coffin to be identified, for Maluth to help us to prepare the supplies, the food that will be taken back to High Hall, and for Layla and Maluth to both accompany us to High Hall.
I ask that you speak with her mother. She runs the soup kitchen. Ask her if she has any rights she would like to have done on Layla's funeral. As well as about her father, if he should be released.
So
I do not want to know the details.
You did not jail him? It was her?
It was her. Although he is a criminal.
Oh.
Was there a crime other than, and I'm not trying to excuse this, I'm just curious, he was a criminal, did he a crime other than violence toward Layla's mother?
Violence to all who were weaker than him. Though he is weak now. The mother may decide the punishment.
Does it matter to you if we speak to Layla's mother before or after the deal? Or not the deal, but the act? The delivery?
No, this does not matter. As long as you return with us.
No loose ends. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Malus will sort out the rest. Malus. You see Malus nods. You see Ikaia approaches Malus and pulls him aside for a moment. And whispers something to him.
Can I see if I can pick it up?
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
I feel like Tamila would also be listening.
Can I try to get I'm gonna have that little fly over a little bit, just a little bit, and he's got
Just drift out to the right.
just a little bit. Yeah, he's got advantage on he's got keen hearing.
His wings are uneven right now. He's teetering a little bit to the left.
Yep, go ahead and roll. Was that Tamila's?
That was Vin.
Okay,
Here comes Tamila.
All right.
Oh, Vin's is very good. Spinch is not listening. He's just happy.
All right. You see, you hear, I would say, Piggy and Tamila, or no, Vin, sorry, hear that he says to Malus, this may be his final test, and that he should go to the temple after. And that's it.
Now I feel bad. But good for Malou.
Yeah, look at that. Gotta.
Maybe he'll be free.
Sometimes you take someone down a peg to move someone up. You know, it's a win, right?
Yep.
Right.
So basically, we're just promoting Maloof. We're not destroying anybody. We're just doing a promotion.
Yeah. And he points out the coffin, Malus does, which is this one with the cross on it.
I feel like before the perception to listening, would Tamila have incited how Ikaia was feeling about all of this that was said to him?
Sure, yeah. I'm gonna give another...
Still on Tamila?
Yep.
Nice. 20.
Yeah, you could see Ikaia does feel a little lost for this, but it's not a strong feeling. It's more of a tactical feeling in that he's losing things tactically, but you see his mind turning as to how he can reshore his defenses to make sure that this plan works.
Is there any indication of like what he's fearing? Like, is it fear that something is pressing down upon him in terms of attacking, or is it just, oh, I lost a strong player, I just need to replace her?
Yeah, you're not seeing a lot of fear. Yeah, it's more just, yeah, he seems very stoic about that. As far as he's not afraid of the threats, he just wants to make sure that he's on the best ground.
Yeah, he was comfortable with his pieces on the chessboard, and he just
Yeah.
wants to add one back in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that Maluth understands the plan to sort of disguise the coffin so that Laila doesn't realize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who wants to lead the check on disguising it, and how do you want to do it?
I have a disguise kit. Proficiency with a disguise kit. I think
It's pretty good.
I think
Yeah.
the answer is that we want to just completely cover it in food, and we
Yeah.
want to make sure it's like as secure as it can be, that nothing will get displaced, or even if things get displaced, it won't uncover the coffin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you could do your disguise kit with dexterity.
Okay. And can I get help for advantage?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole team is helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. Let me toggle that actually. Oh, I need to. Here we go. Okay, trying again. And submit. Glad I had it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
very good. All right. You feel like it is very thoroughly disguised, that nothing's gonna fall out of place unless some disaster strikes. And you see Maluth tells Laila that she must accompany him on this diplomacy mission to the High Hall. So would anyone like to assist him in this deception check?
Yes,
How would you assist
I
him?
will. I will assist. I think I would like beforehand give Maloof. No, not Maloof. Yeah, give Maloof like advice of saying as little as possible. It like with regards to the true situation.
Yeah.
That's how Spinch usually handles lying, is just saying very little.
Yeah.
And making it seem like it's nothing. And so just
Right.
giving him that advice. And then maybe during it, Spinch will use his channel divinity, emissary of peace. Can he
Nice.
give that? Can he give that 5 instead of like me? Because I'm helping him, right?
Yeah, you're helping him. But yeah, we'll say that during his conversation, he remembers what you've told him, and you've persuaded him to do well in this. So he has advantage, and he got a nat 20. Laila is totally
Ooh.
on
Nice.
board.
Nice.
She steps down from the throne up top where Ikaia takes his rightful place. And Laila agrees to join you all on this diplomatic mission where she will be representing Ikaia. And she feels like this is her power play. She
Yeah,
thinks
that makes sense.
her guard is down because she thinks she's in charge here.
Like Maloof had to beg her to come because he didn't have the bargaining power. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
So
what ego can get you?
So it's late. I think we do the seeing how this plan plays out next session.
Fair.
Yeah.
We'll need
so...
Tamila to.
Yeah.
I feel like I have played so much D&D, I do not mind.
Yeah, exactly. It's late. We did a lot of planning and thinking, and we did great. So great job, everybody. And we'll see how it goes.